Okay. Are we live? Are we live? Oh boy, this is a... Apologies for the movement. I'm trying to check OBS while I'm doing this, and it's... Okay, I think we're live. I'm in VR. Let me just see, is there a way I can get... Hold up. I know I can see my desktop. Wait, no, that kind of is... I don't want to do that. Let's put it back in Subnautica. Oh no. Oh, it's doing that again. It likes taking its time. Okay. I need to learn more about this. So... Chat, I won't be able to read as much as normal because I have goggles on. But yeah, I have managed to acquire a Oculus. Or a Meta Quest, whatever they're called now. Hold up, is my mic positioned correctly? I think I cannot see my mic either. And I am kind of excited to try it out. So that's kind of why there have been problems. The biggest problem though was actually caused by me just plugging my controller in again, just like my PlayStation Xbox style controller. Because apparently plugging it in just caused my graphics driver to crash again. Oh boy, bumping into the microphone. I might need to speak a bit louder than normal. Because I might need to be a bit further away. Okay. But yeah, so won't be able to read chat as often, but I want to try Subnautica. Okay, so I need... Let's just go with normal survival. Oh, that is interesting to see. Oh, that is weird. You're making it weird now, game. Oh boy. So I had heard Subnautica can be a bit janky, but I am very curious to see what it's like to actually be in the water. I'm gonna keep my head as still as possible. Press any button to continue. Okay. Unknown Worlds Entertainment presents. Okay, that's a little weird, yeah. Okay, this is... Yeah, this is a little janky. That is... The pod feels huge, though, in VR compared to normal. Oh, boy. Okay, that is a little... Oh. Okay. That was... that was a little weird. Oh. Hi. Okay. Okay. Oh, boy, That is... Okay. Open storage container. Pick up fire extinguisher. Oh wait, I need the fire extinguisher first. How do I close this? Oop. Back in. Okay. Fire extinguisher, fire extinguisher, fire extinguisher. Oh, down there. Boom. Not that I see any fire to extinguish. Okay, we seem to be good though. Oh boy. Okay. Still no one in chat. If I ever look up weirdly like that, that's probably me checking chat. Now it's radio, I need a repair tool. Okay. Picked up a med kit, that's probably needed. Oh, the PDA is hard to read. Yeah, this Subnautica does not feel too like optimized for VR. Okay, select quick slots. It's only my first time playing Subnautica with the controller, because you can't play with the... Okay. Oh, we don't get the cutscene in.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure.
That is... Oh, the scale of the game, though.
Life signs detected.
Like, that actually feels huge, the Aurora. Like, I know it's huge anyway, but VR does something about, like, the scale just hits you. That is insane. Okay. So yeah, this VR stream is probably going to be a one-off, at least for a while, because I do know I need to do more research into, like, how to actually... What is that red light orbiting around? Has that always been a thing? But yeah, I need to do more, like, how to stream with VR, like how I can still see my chat and all, without breaking things. I'm probably focused on games that are actually, you know, good for VR. Okay. What? That's jump? Okay. Time to dive. Oh! Oh. That is something else. Okay. Ooh. We go down. I'm swimming. Actually in... Oh, that... Okay. Oh, so pretty. That is... Oh, so I know this probably isn't much for you guys, like any different... Oh, limestone. Ooh.
Copper is an
Essential component of all powered equipment.
Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Breathe. And dive. So, first objective should probably be, like, get oxygen tank, which I think is just titanium, isn't it? Hey, bloodfish. Oh, okay. Come on. Come, get... Oh, darn. Can I catch a peeper? Can I catch a peeper? Oh, hey. Ooh, oh, hi. You are big. You're big away. Oh, scrap. Scrap. Mine.
Oxygen.
Oh, crap. Swim up. Oh no. Okay, I'm here. I'm alive. Back down. Okay, those are my up and down keys. Okay, let me have a wee look at... Oh, hi. What have I been done? Okay, I think... Well, I've got some scrap now, so let's head back to the pod. Maybe I should breathe.
Oxygen.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna grab some mushrooms. Are there any little limestone slabs? Limestone slabs. Getting some more copper. I think if I get enough copper, I can make another... What you call it? Battery. Ah. But yeah, that would give me titanium, wouldn't it?
Oxygen.
Okay, fine. I just want to find one more copper. The eternal early game struggle. Copper. Oh, hi. There we go, copper. Okay. Oh, hi, that was right in my face. Okay. Fabricator, resources. Titanium. Oh, oops. first things first, I need a standard O2 tank. Much better.
New blueprint
High capacity
acquired.
O2 tank is probably a good next call. Tools, a scanner is a battery in titanium, so can I make a battery? I can make battery.
New
Just give me
blueprint
another battery.
acquired.
And then I can make a scanner.
The scanner can be used
Okay,
to
and
synthesize
then
blueprints.
next thing I kind of need is a
from
survival
salvage
med, so I need
technology
rubber.
and to record alien biological data.
Oh, okay, can we look away from that? Oh, and goody, hello, my dear. Welcome to stream. I can't. Hopefully you can hear me okay, because I'm not. I'm a little nervous about how well I'm going to be talking into my mic with this setup, and I can't read chat while I have the goggles on. Ooh boy. But yeah, this is. I am enjoying this. This is this is made Subnautica new again. Though it is definitely, I can tell Subnautica is not a game that was like, this was like like something that was added on. It wasn't really designed for VR. So I don't think I'll be making a full playthrough of this. But oh, it is. Okay, down we go. Okay, I don't see any. Oh, there's. Oh, hide. Oh, no, no, no. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh boy, this, hi, no, 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 no. No, thank you. Oh, maybe let's search elsewhere. Maybe I can grab you. Oh,
Alien life
hi.
forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
Okay, right. There's a lot of sharks around. Let me... Is there a different place I can go grab? Oh, there's so many of them about. I might just need to, like, go for it and, like, grab seeds. Maybe... Darn. I'll take a hawkerfish instead. Would have preferred peepers. Okay. Four is probably enough. Where's my pod? Where's my pod? Where's my pod? Hi. Go away. It is getting dark. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, resources. I make silicon rubber. And more silicon rubber. And maybe some lubricant just for later, because I think you need some for the seed line.
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
Water. There's some filtered water. Let me cook the hopperfish.
Consider
the peeper.
disguising the flavor of unsavory meats with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
Equipment. Give me
The
fins.
fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure,
And a
bodily
survival
fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
Okay.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide
Oh, that is
environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden. Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Okay, right. I have a knife now, at least. Can I... How did I... Oh, how do... Okay, there we go. Controls are a little wonky. You sound good, though. Okay. Good to see hear I'm sounding okay. It's just because I can't see my microphone, I can't make sure I'm speaking into it. Okay, that is scary.
detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
Ooh, that is big. That is huge. I mean, I know it's a planet, but... Or... Like, oh... Like, VR... It really just does the scale real good. Like, everything feels large. Well, maybe that's doing... The scale isn't doing good. Maybe that, like, the scale isn't supposed to be this large. Swoosh. Gary fish, mine. Darn, I lost them. It is dark and I do not have a flashlight. I should have gathered some quartz. Gonna grab me a bladder. Get away. Darn, I lost them. My reaction, my instincts are not so great when I'm not using the mouse and keyboard. And I actually have to use my eyes. Okay, there's some quartz there. Maybe I should try and grab some, make some glass. And then make flashlight. Oh, down I go. Okay, quartz. Whoa, that's a bombfish! Oh, no thank you, no! No, 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 no. Okay. I'm mostly not hurt. Kind of. Quartz. Quartz. Get something. Cave sulfur. Oh, I forgot. I do have flares. I kind of forgot. Flares are pretty useful. Okay. So, I guess the first thing I should be looking for is Sea Glide. I suppose I have things I kind of want to see this stream, like, while I'm playing this. I want to try and go, like, inside the Aurora, maybe? Like, through some caves. And I kinda want to, but at the same time, really don't want to meet a Leviathan. Like, just, like, run right into a Reaper. Okay, that's... Okay, just checking chat again. I will figure things out before I next use VR on a stream. So I'm not having to constantly, like, remove the goggles to check chat. I mean, I know a way I don't have to do it, but it kind of nearly causes Subnautica to crash if I attempt it. Which I think is not great. Right, so I'm looking for, like, wrecks and these little boxes, aren't I? Sea Glide fragment, that's what I'm looking for. Ooh, hi. Get over here. Swoosh. Let me just grab some of that. It's just so cool, though, to, like, have that sense of depth in the game. But okay. Let's see. Right, there we go. Okay, so now I just need to build it. More quartz, which I do not have the oxygen to be gathering this. No, at least I don't have to worry about, Does that sandstone? No, it's just limestone. Maybe I should grab it, because I might need copper. Not that that gives me copper. It is so cool. Alrighty. Fabricator. Deployable sea glide. So I do need copper wire. That is the one thing I'm missing. But let's make some titanium. Oop. Some glass. Tools. Flashlight. And a repair tool. So what I need is... Okay, I need another battery. So I need 3 copper and 2 more mushrooms. And let's... try and put some... store some stuff away. I won't need the flares now. I don't need to carry around all that with me. Okay. Alrighty. So... copper is the main thing I'm looking for. 3 copper, and I need 2 of these acid shrooms. Hi, Sharky. I'm gonna go away from you. Okay, so I just need to find some... There we go. It's titanium. I'm not looking for titanium. Oh, actually, hold up. Where's my... flashlight? I did not mean to drop the flashlight. That's one way to put it onto my hotbar, though.
30 seconds.
Okay.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential
That's 1
component
copper.
of the repair tool.
2 copper. Titanium.
Be
Okay.
advised,
Breathe.
a common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
What the? Oh, that's bad. That's battery button. Ah, that's... Oh, wait. Okay, that's... Ooh. Ooh, okay. So what's my toggle on-off for items? Oh, right. Trigger. Okay. I got it. Copper. Can't forget what I'm out looking for. Looking, like, directly up and down is a little awkward. The Aurora is just huge. Okay. That's titanium. How much copper did I have? I only have... Okay, I need 1 more. 1 more and I'm good. Alrighty. Is that a deposit? No, it's not a deposit. No. It's a little weird, like, actually having this level of depth perception in a game. Where are my limestone deposits? Okay, breathe a bit and back under. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, again, everything feels so much larger when it's not on the monitor. And they feel like right up in your face. Oh, that is a shadow. Why? Oh no. I wonder if there'll be like when they're like if there are plans for Subnautica 2, like are they designing it with the intention of it being VR? Because if it is, like that's definitely something I could get behind. Okay, where's... Oh, there's the legend. There we go, there's the copper I need. No harm in grabbing some more materials, though. Grab some quartz. Oh. Up we go. Okay. Fabricator. Labels. So oh yeah, of course I actually need to make copper wire. And a battery. And I need to grab the lubricant from here to make a sea glide.
The Sea Glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
Oh, whoops. How did it said something about toggling a map. Oh, that's a screenshot button. Okay, there we go. Not that I can really read that map. Okay. Swoosh. That does block a fair bit more of my vision, though, than normal. Okay. Oh, wait, that's a reef bag. Okay. Let's go say hello to a reef bag. Just to see the scale of this guy. Hi there, but oh. 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 This really makes me, like, get why these things are called Leviathans. Hi there. Hi. Oh, little plant. Whee, they're just freaking out. Hi, Aurora. Even the little guys are still, like, bigger than cars. Oh, also, I realized I accidentally added the scanner to my to-do list. Uh-oh. Nope, don't stop splooshing underwater. I want to kind of stay above the surface. Oh, hello, Haley. Did you know the game will eventually be VR? Oh yeah, I am hoping, because I know, like, so it is a bit janky here in Subnautica with VR, but I think that's because, like, it was kind of, like, added into it.
Scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
I am impatient. I want to go and say hello to the classic Big Bad. Oh, I hear him. I hear him. I hear him. I know that roar. Hi. Oh. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, oh, look, oh, hi, hi. I got chomped. I am dead. I'm also okay. That took time. Oh, hi. You died. Yes, I did. I don't think I lost too much. That's really awkward to see. So how do I assign slot? It says there's a button there, but I don't know which button it is because it says Y to assign quick slot, but that's screenshot again. How do I? Why is jump? I don't quite get how I add this. Subnautica controller, like gamepad controls, feel a little weird. I do have a repair tool, but how do I? Like, I can't pick and drag, click and drag.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation.
Okay.
Continuing to monitor.
Oh. Also, hold up, I think I need to... Let me... I suppose I'll save. Well, I am going to... quit, because... Oh, one thing I am noticing... Oh boy, hold up, I will... I know Subnautica's closed at the moment. Let me just head over to my standby screen temporarily. Okay, one thing, just starting at VRs in general. Yeah, I'm starting to get that motion sickness a little bit. Oh, which... Yeah, I think it's maybe particularly bad in Subnautica because I don't think it's designed for it. Particularly things like the menu. I couldn't see how it was on your guys' end, but like when I brought up the menu for like the inventory, that wasn't in focus for me. Oh boy, that's from my eyes trying to readjust. Okay. I do feel a bit woozy. Okay, but that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I got to see some of my Subnautica in. Oh, like that was. I would love to be able to go through the whole game like that. I don't know if I would though, because it is a bit janky and awkward. Oh. No. You wonder kind of I don't have many games at the moment that are VR compatible. So yeah, I don't think it'll be something I end up doing much of. just because, yeah, I don't have many. One, I don't have many VR games, and two, I don't think it's as fun to watch people play VR as it is to actually be in it. Because I don't think like the depth perception doesn't translate the same. Oh, oh, no. Oh boy. I'm going to take a quick step away just to go to the bathroom and like focus my eyes on something that isn't a screen for a little bit. But I will be back in a minute or two, and I might. Uh, I think I can. Yeah, I can still boot up some Katawa Shoujo. So yes, I will be back in 2 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back. So let's change up to stream info on things. Oh, I can't, my brain isn't processing. What happened last time? Oh yeah, we just gotten back from the holiday at Shizune's house. Okay. Okay, I think I'm starting to settle a bit. Yeah, it might take a bit of getting used to, but it is fun. I'm glad I confirmed that it works. That's a big thing as well, because it is a second-hand headset. I still have my going live. I forgot to change my going live notification. Whoops! It still said I was playing Humanity Adventure 2. So let's. Back to school. Okay. YouTube I can edit afterwards. Anyway, stream Katawa Shoujo. I don't think YouTube's as happy when you try and like adjust the stream mid-stream. Action set activated. Okay. Let me unplug the gamepad again because I don't want it interrupting anything. And no overlay, game capture. Oop, oh boy. Okay, let me... Katawa Shoujo. Fade over to that, and then hopefully in a moment this will boot up. And OBS will detect it properly. Or it'll keep tabbing itself out and... Okay. Are we good? OBS, can you see the game? Oh, whoops, I didn't change Twitch from actually what the game is. This is not Subnautica. That is a lie. This is, Katawa Shoujo is still not a game, I'm guessing? No, it's not, so just chatting. I probably should look and see if there is like a topic in Twitch for just like generic visual novels. And of course, because I tab out once, OBS completely forgets the game exists. Come on, it's still here. Come on, OBS. There we go. Okay. So yeah, okay, we literally just arrived back at the train station. Oh. Alrighty. So, we're just back. I do wonder if Shizune's dad is going to come up again, or like, are we finished with him? We're kind of like, okay, no, we've had our chance to meet him, and that's all. We don't need to interact again. As much as I am curious what a conversation between him and Kenji would look like. So, I'm also hoping fairly soon Shizune and Hisao actually have a conversation about their relationship. Because it feels like they haven't really spoken much about it. Well, obviously not like speaking in... if you know what I mean. Oh, and now I've got hiccups. Because of course I do. I can't have a good stream. Oh. Our return trip to the school keeps getting delayed in one way or another. Shizune and Misha come back so late that there's no use even leaving, and we end up staying another day. The morning after, we missed the train by a single minute, and then the next two don't arrive. We missed the fourth train because I wandered off to get a drink in the meantime. Shizune wasn't very happy about that. Oh boy. Also, the next two trains not arriving in Japan? So I feel that's like definitely like you'd be getting like your full refund on your ticket. By the time I finally get back to my room, I feel so tired, even though I spent most of the ride back sleeping. I can't say it's only because of today. This seems like a familiar symptom of traveling. It's not the first time it's happened. Yeah, that's travel for you. Even if you're just like spending the whole time sitting down, traveling just takes it out of you. Oh, I need more energy drink. I am kind of tired. I am kind of exhausted today. No. I had my workout today has been... was particularly exhausting. My PT I'm working with taught me last session what it really is supposed to feel like when you push yourself to failure. And so yeah, now I have that goal to go to every workout, and it is, you definitely feel it working. Like you can, you genuinely feel your muscles evolving. Oh, but sleepy time. Oh, if no one has beaten me to it, I could do a thesis on it. Maybe get in a medical journal. Returning from a trip syndrome. Not very creative. I fall asleep before I can think of a better name. Oh. Misha? A loud knock on my door wakes me up only a few hours into my nap. I'm annoyed because I'd just been in the middle of a dream that I can't remember. Haven't been woken up in the middle of it. But I'm sure it was a good one. I briefly wonder who it could be, but it's not like I get many visitors, so I'm sure it's Kenji. I hope he's just rolling out a welcome wagon and not going to hit me up for money again. If that was the case, I'd almost be touched. Oh. Hisao, it's probably Misha or Shizune, I feel. I suppose it could be Kenji, but I kind of feel Kenji isn't as likely to, like, immediately ambush him. If it was Misha, though, she'd probably start calling out to him, I feel. Not touched enough to fight off the urge to roll over and go back to sleep, though. A few hours after that, I wake up again and immediately spot an envelope on the floor. Oh, here it is. Okay, so that probably was Misha or Shizune? Like, there to drop off the letter? It must be something that came in the mail while I was away. That's Shizune and Misha's department, so I wonder if they dropped by to give it to me. Or maybe someone filled in for them in their absence and told Kenji to pass it along. When I pick it up, any remnants of sleepiness in me instantly vanish. Even if the name of the sender wasn't on it, I would have known whom it was from by looking at the envelope itself, realizing why it looked so familiar, by recognizing the delicate handwriting addressed in it. It's from Iwanago. At first I can't believe it, but it wouldn't be too hard for her to track me down if she wanted to. Of course, I hadn't thought that she would want to. She was maybe my girlfriend for all of 5 seconds. After that, we barely spoke to each other. It would be too easy to put this letter away and forget about it. A part of me wants to do that, or throw it away unread. Why I want to do these things, I don't know. It would be easy to do them. Easier than to read it. slitting the envelope open with the tip of a pen. I'm surprised by the length of the letter that spills out. Dear Hisao, how are you? I hope you're well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second year class got put together in class 3-1 for the final year, so we are pretty comfortable right from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. You didn't even get that far. We gotta love. But like, maybe that's for them. That was enough to consider it. The mood among the third years seems to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they are so far away. The teachers are badgering us about it all the time. Even old Mr. Tachibana, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year, would you believe it? I was sure that he'd retire after our second year, but here he is, nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among the third years is so nervous. I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I fared reasonably well in exams. The small talk makes me feel nostalgic. It's almost like I'm in the hospital again. Every now and then Iwanaga would drop by and give me the gist of what's going on in class. What was going on in the class that, even then, I had an inkling I would never return to. It's so weird to think that we're already seniors, isn't it? Time has really flown past. I wonder where it went. The new first years seem so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I've been feeling nostalgic for this for the whole first trimester. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. The truth is, the times when I visited you at the hospital made me worried about you. I'm not talking about your health. You seem to become more distant and disheartened. It was natural after something like that happened, I'm sure, but somehow I got the feeling that you had given up on something back then. Happiness, maybe? I wanted to somehow express my feelings, but the right words didn't come to me. I couldn't say anything to comfort you. I'm really sorry for not being able to support you when it mattered the most, even though I like you so much. At least now, finally, I can be more honest. Excuse me? What a convenient time for her to rediscover her sincerity. That feels a little harsh, Hisao. I don't think it was that she lost her sincerity. I think it's more kind of... like, it's a tough situation. Like, especially for a high schooler, I think. Like, to find out that the person they like is suddenly, like, having to deal with the revelation that they have a potentially fatal health condition. Like, that's... like, it's hard to kind of figure out how do you talk to them, like, in that situation. Well, even as I think that, I know she's right. Distant and disheartened is a good way to describe it. And maybe I had given up too. It weighs on my heart when I think back to when I was lying in the hospital, feeling so bitter when she finally stopped showing up. I wasn't surprised, and excuse me. And I had no right to be. How could she not stop coming when it was the only expectation I had of her? She dropped by only for all of 6 weeks after the incident. If I drifted away from her, it was because I could feel her already moving herself away from me the moment she showed up. If I could go back to those quiet days in February and March, I'd tell you not to give up on yourself. That's what I would say. Maybe you wouldn't have drifted so far away if I had just said something. I hope you've managed to get back on your feet on your own. Now that the distance between us is also physical, it also feels more final somehow. I wonder if we will meet again. Perhaps it's for the best if we don't. Still, if you would like to correspond with me, by all means write me back. I'd very much like to hear about your new school and how you're doing. I wish you all the best. Sincerely, Iwanago. It's a strange feeling. I know that I'm never going to hear from her again. If she really wanted to keep in touch, she wouldn't have picked a medium like snail mail to do it through. If she could get my address, then my email or phone number wouldn't have been much more work, had she wanted them. And this is only a goodbye. I exhale, only just now becoming aware that I had been reading with bated breath. Now who's been distant, Iwanago? But maybe it really is for the best. For her to pick up a pen and write this letter to me, it can only be because she felt guilty about how things ended. That she was hurt by how we floated out of each other's lives makes me feel a sort of wistful happiness. I almost want to thank her, and I only don't because I know she wouldn't want me to reply. There's a knock at my door. Then it opens anyway about a millisecond later. I forgot to lock it, stupidly. Sup, man? Why's your door open? I run to the door faster than is probably medically safe for me to do so I can prevent Kenji from seeing the mountains of pills just a couple of feet away from him, blocked from his sight only by the door. Then there's the letter I'm holding. If he asks about it, I don't think I can make up anything convincing. About 2 feet away from him, I realized that his vision is so bad that it was probably never an issue. He didn't even see me about to practically tackle him back through the door frame. Hey, what the hell, man? What are you talking about? Your room has a billion locks on it, you just barged right through other people's doors. You didn't even wait a second after knocking before you tried the door. It was like simultaneous. You were already opening the door while you were knocking on it. See, that's exactly why I have all these locks. It's a cold and uncarried world out there. A gatecrasher's world. Now you also understand. I just taught you a valuable lesson, dude. Knowledge is power. Why are you yelling at me? I'm a hero. Look at you. You didn't even lock your door. The average woman could have killed you a billion times already, then replaced you with a female clone indistinguishable from the original. It almost happened to me. Ignoring the latter part, since it's too confusing, it's funny he should say that. He was unable to stop me from tackling him head on, yet apparently a woman could have killed me a billion times. If this man is a hero, we're all doomed. The average woman. I mean, to be fair, it's not difficult to kill someone who's asleep. That reminds me, I always, when I hear some of that, think of Team Fortress 2 video I saw, like looking at different classes. And it was talking about kind of how, like, Scout works best, like, in similar situations to Spy. When he's behind the enemy and the enemy doesn't know he's there. And he kind of stops and makes, well, actually, when you think about it, every class would do better if everyone would do better if your enemy was unaware of you and facing the other direction. And kind of point out, like, yeah, Spy's whole thing is just being in a position that would give you an advantage regardless of who you're playing. But anyway, that's getting completely sidetracked. What's that you got there? Somehow he is able to see the letter and it's still in my hand. With how I've been waving it around, that is no surprise. I fold it back up quickly, but take care not to whip it behind my back or anything else. That would be too suspicious. It seems like I'm jumpier than I'd thought about Iwanago writing to me. I got a letter. Oh yeah, I put that there. I was sleeping. Then I woke up because I heard explosions. I put on my helmet and then peeked outside to see what was going on. But it was just a student councilwoman banging on your door. It was the one without pink hair. She was knocking so loudly that it was obvious she was filled with murderous rage. Rage at you. Then she somehow sensed me behind her, and I tried to escape, but it was too late. She caught me and started pointing at the door. I open my mouth to tell him that she's deaf, but decide not to for various reasons. Why not? I didn't really get it. She got more and more pissed off, like an old man trying to use a touchscreen phone. She was going to kill me and replace me with a woman version of me. But then the sunlight reflected off my glasses and blinded her, saving my life. It was like, behold, optic blast. I don't get how someone with glasses can be hurt by glasses. She uses them too, so she should be immune to their death rays. But whatever. She gave me this envelope with your name on it and just left. Clearly she was out for blood, so I lied and said you were away. I think you were away, right? I've been trying to ask you if you wanted to help me with my homework for a week now, but kept getting no answer. Welcome back, man. Thanks. Yeah, so she gave me this envelope and it had your name on it. I didn't want to hold on to it because what if it was a bomb? So I just shoved it under your door when she was gone. Kenji logic. It might have been a bomb, so I just, put it under your door. I was going to tell you, but you got back before I could. At least it's not a bomb. Gee, thanks. I'm not going to help you out with your math homework, because what if your math textbook is a bomb? Don't put ideas into his head, Hisao. He looks devastated, and also like he's considering the possibility that it really could be a bomb. Yeah, that's... Hisao, you know who you're talking to. Kenji would, actually seriously consider a theory like this. Oh. I guess it is possible, since no one really uses their math book all that much. Poor math. I throw the letter on the dresser behind me and turn to leave, swinging the door shut behind me as I do. It collides against the tip of Kenji's shoe and bounces back open while he hops around for a bit, acting like it hurt way more than it should have. Before I know it, he's already inside my room. I'm powerless to stop him before he scoops up the letter, strangely ignoring the towers of pill bottles surrounding it. Don't just read mail that isn't your own. Come on, what is it? A love letter from your girlfriend? Did she include any photos? Sexy photos? Kenji, unless the possibility is zero. I think to Kenji, even if the possibility is zero, it can still happen. 0% is Kenji's 100%. Reclining against the dresser and paying no mind to the bottles he sends all over the floor by doing so, Kenji quietly reads through Iwanago's letter. The process takes seemingly forever, and with how close he holds it up to his face, makes it look like he's trying to eat it. And you just stand there and let him read it? I feel like, not even just for the sake of being embarrassed about what's on it, but just for the sake of, setting boundaries. You're like, no, this is personal. You're not allowed to just come into my room and read my stuff. Who's Iwanago? My ex-girlfriend. I don't know, you still, even if you by your own admission, Hisao, you were only, in that relationship for, 5 seconds. I don't feel like that's the best way to, Oh. At least I'm assuming, they had some kind of relationship before that? Or was, Iwanago's attraction to Hisao purely kind of one of those across-the-room attractions? They'd never really been friends before? I'm trying to remember, because it's been a while since I actually watched a full prologue. Well, read it. But I've always kind of got the impression that they were friends before. Ex-girlfriend, huh? This is the breakup letter then. I thought they were a myth. No, I guess it is, but really, she's been my ex-girlfriend for a while. Anyway, I think I'm already over it. Kenji gives a thumbs up, clearly relieved that I'm not going to take this into an awkward direction. Although I almost want to, since I told him not to read it. Yeah, that's a good attitude. It's alright. I had a bad breakup too. But you can't let it get you down. I mean, just look at me. Hey, she wrote you a letter. Maybe she wants to get back together, huh? It says right there, write her back. You should do it. Is she cute? I was about to say, like, Kenji, you're being, like, suspiciously on board with Hisao being romantically involved with a woman. For a guy who thinks feminists are working to enslave men everywhere, he really is interested in cute girls. I have a girlfriend. Besides, look at the context. She doesn't want me to write back. Just because that's what it says, that isn't what she means. That's what she wrote. This rockfish kid chick still totally wants you. It even says it right there. I read it. I know what it says. I told you, you have to look at the context. She said I drifted away from her, and everything there shows she accepted that. Rockfish kid. Yeah. You are that. Yeah, this is... I don't know. I have noticed, like, quite a few things throughout this, that, like, throughout Katawa Shoujo, that shows that the research into, like, Japan that the writers did was not particularly robust. Oh, I don't know. Alrighty. I think the reason she wrote to me is that she just wants to. I guess part amicably. But we're done. She doesn't want to get back together or whatever you're thinking. As I think about it more, it sounds to me like I'm just trying to make excuses for myself. That's not a good place to be. I'm positive that she doesn't want me to write her back. I can live with that. If I were to write her back and get a less than desirable response or no response, then I would just be crushed. No, for you now, because now just trying to go for something that sounded. Yeah, I think you'd mentioned that before, but it's like, I just noticed like little other things in the background. I'm kind of like, I don't think this is actually how it would work too well in Japan. Not that I consider myself like an authority on anything Japanese, but I feel I like have enough knowledge, and I do have like about a month of like in-person experience in Japan. But yeah, Hisao, he's not considering here that like Iwanaga was maybe like wondering the same. Like, could she have been thinking like maybe he doesn't want me to write, but I will, like, just in case. Oh, and she's just trying to like saying that maybe it's best, like just saying that kind of stuff so she's like not putting pressure on you. See, because you can read either side into the message. Oh, this is why I can't always. Oh, I'm not great at talking to people in social context sometimes. Because kind of always wonder, like, how much of what they're saying is what they mean. Like, how okay is it for in any given situation just to take what someone says exactly at face value? Perhaps the fear of that is why I'm trying to justify my decision. It could be, but I don't want to think about it. The thought is oddly repulsive. Why is this such a big deal to you anyway? Because you should write back to her. She wants you to. I want to see what the response is going to be. Damn, it doesn't even have to be a nice letter. That's cool too. But you could write an angry letter and call her out. That's my new attack strategy. I'm just going to call women out. You should try it. Even if she wrote me a letter, you have to understand what that means. Writing someone a letter is different now. It's not something you just do. Not in this kind of situation. You can pick up your phone and call someone across the world in an instant and talk to them almost like they were there with you. Or send them an email. They'll be notified instantly that they got it and can reply back, just like that. Oh, but there is something more personal about handwritten letters. Like, yes, they're old-fashioned and a bit slower, but there is something more personal about, like, a letter that's written by the hand of the person. I think especially now that we have other options. Because now that we have other options, like, you know, if someone writes a letter, like, that's a deliberate choice to put that extra time and effort into... Not even just time and effort, but time, effort, and money. It's more expensive to post something than it is to email something. So... I don't know, like, that's the thing, you can see, like... I would interpret a handwritten letter as something like not something that's more distant. To me, like, that's something that's more intimate. I feel like emails are more distant and clinical. Because, like, I don't talk to... Oh. Yeah, phone call I feel would be more direct. But yeah, I did. Once you start like trying to like analyze like does someone actually mean by something, like there's a letter can be a personal thing, but she wanted to keep me at an arm's distance. It's not like I can pop over there and visit her. If I had her number, I could call her, or if I had her mail, I could mail her. If she really wanted to hear back from me, she would have dropped one of those in there. I feel silly for continuously reassuring myself that I'm not fazed by Iwanago writing to me, when it's so obvious that I am. It could be like a gradual thing for her. She might be too shy to call you up. I remember my girlfriend would always send me text messages because she was so shy. It was annoying as hell, man. I didn't really give a shit about phones, so I didn't have the thing, and it turns out I had to pay for every single one. But I don't like phones, so I couldn't even call her back to tell her to cut that out. I did it anyway, though. I'd call her out. I even used a phone. It was literally to call out. I guess it was. Even if he's right, it means that Iwanago still wants to keep her distance from me. She's not ready to chat with me comfortably. I mean, to be fair, that's fair. Like, you left things off pretty awkwardly. And it's been a few months since then, so I can imagine it's difficult to kind of think, like, how do we talk again? Why? Am I some kind of freak? I'm not reassured by our actions anyway in that case. Maybe I am overthinking it, but I just don't know. I mean, Hisao, like, to be fair, I don't think he's struggled too much in Shizune's route. But I think we noticed quite a bit in Lily and Hanako's routes. Like, him struggling with the, like, treating himself and, like, the other people at Yamaku normally. Like, he should well, again, like, maybe not, it's not been such an issue in Shizune's route, But in other words, we've seen that, like, he knows himself, like, firsthand that you do at first, like, kind of struggle to, like, not make a big deal out of this kind of stuff. And overanalyze what you're saying and doing. Kenji can't think of anything to say to that, and the silence that follows is so awkward and thick that I start to count the seconds until he makes up a reason to leave and excuses himself. I miss her. Oh, your ex? Yeah, even if she was insane, it was nice being with her. My back hurts. If she were still around, I could tell her to massage it. I don't know how to use an oven either. I miss baked food. And we would go bowling in the hallway sometimes. I miss that too. I had to bowl all by myself during that last festival. Kenji... Were you... I'm trying to figure out like what you brought to a relationship. Because it's kind of a, like, to me, is kind of something I get a bit suspicious about, is when someone's, like, reasons for wanting to be in a relationship with someone is all about what that person can do for them. And that's not... That's self-serving, and that's not what a relationship should be. You bowl in the hallway? You're going to hit someone. She used to say that all the time. Kenji sighs nostalgically, clearly not appreciating just how badly someone can get hurt by slipping on a bowling pin. Apparently neither did his girlfriend, since she bowled with him. What a strange definition of love, but I guess it's something. I would almost say it's a wrong definition. Well, not the bowling thing, but like Kenji's kind of... Kenji's got that very... I suppose it's like not really a surprise, but very much like, she was there to give me a massage and cook the dinner. Maybe you should write her a letter. If she writes back, you can get married. That's a jump. Married? No. No! Okay, fine, but why not? You clearly like her, even though you hate women. Feminists! Not women, feminists. There's a difference. There are non-feminist women. Damn, your discrimination is incredible. Correlation doesn't equal causation. Even if she is insane and a woman, that doesn't mean she is a feminist insane woman. It's like how the absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence. If it's true, then by the relative property, the presence of evidence doesn't equal the evidence of presence. You've lost me a bit, Kenji. My brain is not in a state for this. Actually, I think it is, and I don't think it's called relative property. No, shut up! It's mathematics. Are you saying math is wrong? I think he is wrong. So even Kenji has someone that he likes. I'm tempted to ask why he and his ex broke up, or to dig for more information in general, but I shouldn't. Not only would it be prying, but he might reverse the question back to me. This conversation makes me think about Shizune, although the thoughts I'm having are scattered and wispy. Just questions. I wonder if I even had the chance to love Iwanago. And this whole situation with her still stings me, a sour note in the back of my mind. I like Shizune much more, yet it feels like I am chasing her even now. I don't mind the chase, but I want to close that distance between us. So you're saying it's not mutually exclusive at all? I mean, that is true. Like, it's not... Like, there are some women, it's definitely a minority, who are, like, patriarchalists. Oh. Oh. So is it the same way? Like, not... You can have men who are feminists and men who aren't. So. Or women that are misogynists. Yeah. Nope. Being prejudiced isn't... It's free to anyone. There's no restrictions on who's allowed to be a jerk. But yeah, I think this came up a little bit last stream, but is this like Hisao going again all along the route of kind of like seeing distance that isn't there, like continually going with the... Oh, like it feels like we understand each other more, but I feel more Iwanago's letter is responsible, but I've also felt this way for a while. I've come closer, but it's not enough. I want to try again, right now. I tell Kenji to get out so I can change, and then head for the student council room. The grounds are mostly deserted today, which is a shame because it's so nice out. No one answers when I knock. I try to go in anyway, but it's locked. When I pull my hand away from the doorknob, it's covered in dust. Looks like no one's been here since we left. Since I'm already out here and dressed, I might as well go get something to eat in town. My wallet is back in my room, though. On the way back, I stumble across Misha, sitting down behind the main building. She looks... upset. Oh no, she's just asleep. It's just... I suppose it's maybe just weird to see her without her usual smile. Her eyes are closed in sleep, and she looks very tranquil. It's always been hard to picture her not constantly bouncing around or hopping on the tips of her toes impatiently. My first instinct is to call out to her and ask if she has seen Shizune, or if she wants to go into town with me, but now that I've seen her, I don't feel like disturbing her. I leave her alone. Okay? Is there significance there? Was there like a a reason why we bumped into Misha there? For the first few days after I was back, I almost forgot that I was in the student council. I managed to pick up here and there that the student council usually gets swamped with work around the end of the break, but it didn't have to be the case. The few times when I managed to catch Shizune or Misha, they were in too much of a hurry for me to get the chance to ask if they needed help. Anytime they weren't, I'd only be able to get a hold of Misha. Shizune would say something about how there was work, but it was so little that involving either Misha or I would only bore us. And after a while, the idea of having some free time again had started to grow on me. Though there were still periods when I felt like I had too much of it. Just when I was getting used to it though, things changed again. Now I find myself back in the student council room, arguing with Shizune about whether tissue boxes make good ballot boxes or not. I'm telling you, they work just fine, as long as we get the cube-shaped ones, not the rectangular ones. Misha, can you sign that to her? I've kind of got my hands full, but on second thought, forget it. She is busy cutting out ballot slips, so if she were to make one errant movement, she would probably send those scissors flying into someone's head. I drop the box of poster paints I'm carrying onto my little table in the student council room, and cough as a wave of dust hits me in the face. It really has been a while. Do you think we should change the size of the ballot slips? What? But Shichan, I already cut out so many of them. We can make them smaller. It'll be more efficient. We just have to shrink the font. More ballots will fit into a single box that way. We'll only need half the amount of paper. If you've already cut them, no, you're going to need more paper. The format for voting can be changed. It could be more like a real election. Then we might be able to get away with buying less boxes. With the money left over, we can get a pizza, or maybe Chinese, or a cake, or 3 bowls of the new ramen bowl I want to try. Are you allowed to do that? Because isn't the money you're using, like, the school's money? Are you allowed to just... Or is that like an incentive to be on the student council that if you're efficient with the money and you're able to find like cost-saving measures, you can keep the change? Shizune excitedly rubs a finger along the frame of her glasses as she ponders more ways to cut even a half yen of spending off her budget. Since I think she is the only one who even knows what our budget is, I'm scared to ask just how tiny it is for her to have to do this. What about all the ballot slips Misha already cut out? Don't worry. I can make them into memo pads and sell them in the school store. You're selling school supplies back to the school. Oh boy. I can kind of see Shizune like going into the business world and absolutely scamming people. Shichan, they don't look very cute though. Shizune seems to disagree. Now they're arguing, but it looks like it consists of nothing more than signing yes they do and no they don't at each other until they're so tired of it they're just taking turns pointing at each other commandingly. It's strange, partly because it looks kind of ridiculous, but also because I've never seen them disagree. Oh, something happened between the two of them. Then again, both of them have looked pretty stressed these past few days. Shizune has been increasingly absorbed in the idea of student council elections, though they're months away. I imagine this is how politicians act when they realize a regiment change is imminent and their era is over. I'm trying to understand the elections in this context, because not something happens, something is happening. Oh, okay. Because it felt like the student council like is an elective here, like you choose to join it. Or is this just to decide, like, are we changing, like, whether it's going to stay... Shizune's going to stay the president, or is Misha and Hisao now in the running? I'm having trouble taking student council matters seriously at all. Even now, as I practice my calligraphy on signs that won't go up for weeks, but I can understand why Shizune does. After all, she has been student council president for 3 years. That's a little odd, I think. Because, from my understanding, like in student councils, like generally first years like are not able to become student council president. Like, you need to be at least a second year, generally third year, to head up to student council. According to her dad, she has wanted a job for even longer. I guess 3 years is too short a career for her to leave feeling satisfied. Did the last student council go through this much trouble to make it a smooth transition for you? Shizune made a chagrined face that tells me they weren't very helpful at all. I guess you're doing all this to set a good example then. Also a no? That only comes into play if they learn anything from it, Hichan. If they don't, I'll be hyper mad. If they turn out to be the flaky type, I'll definitely be hard on them. It doesn't sound very threatening when Misha is saying it. So, you've already met them? Hichan, there are no candidates yet. What? None? Not even for student council president. That is why I'm trying to draw up interest for the position. What do you think? She proudly holds up a poster she's been working on herself. It looks very, military. You might be taking this a little too seriously then. Shizune frowns and plays with her glasses, offended. Is that weird? Yes. She looks oddly happy that I'm disagreeing with her. And I think that if she weren't genuinely focused on what she was doing, she would try to argue with me just because it would be interesting to her. What's weird about it? Yeah, it looks like she will do that after all. But then Shizune waves her hand dismissively, like she is trying to catch the words in the air and delete them. Instead, she catapults into insulting her future successor. Well, one thing that's weird is that in my old school, the elections would happen in about 6 months, since, you know, we're graduating in March. It's pretty weird to think about them so early. It's a little different here. Well, Hichan, I'll be discouraged if we don't have any replacements when I have to go, Shichan says. But it isn't like the school will stop running without a student council. It will be harder for them to hand out forms, though. Shizune isn't laughing, however. Misha's joke causes her to flinch, as if she were stung. Though Misha didn't mean for it to come out that way, her quip had a callous cruelty to it in the end. I'm trying to get more people to run, but everyone is so lazy. They think they can take it easy just because there are no deadlines yet. Slackers, not taking the early game advantage. Still 6 months away? If they aren't making their move now, they don't deserve a vote. Do they really think it's such an easy job that they can do everything at the last minute and just coast into the role? Insulting. Really, really. They're going to be eaten alive once they have to sit at this tiny desk and see just how much work they have to do. If this were a real election, they would be in deep trouble. I was reading about Japanese campaigning laws the other day. Only the bad ones, for some reason. For some reason. For a second, Shizune was talking like her father there, and it was coming out of Misha's mouth. Creepy. Well, first off, Shadow Shogun, you can't really make that call. They'll be elected. Second, it's just a school election. It's not like running for city council or the Diet. I don't think Japanese campaigning laws apply. Don't call it just a school election, Hisao. You should know better than this. Third, although I don't want to say it, I'm nervous that Shizune is so enthusiastic about this, talking of elections and votes. According to her dad, she wasn't even elected herself. Come to think of it, I can't remember Shizune ever saying she was elected either. Then, did she get this position by being recruited into the student council and having it fall apart until she was the only one left? Somehow I'd never considered it. I don't know what to think about that, but it wouldn't surprise me. We're only 3 people strong now. If the circumstances behind her becoming the student council president were that sad, I wonder if there will be a vote at all. Interest could just be that low or non-existent, really. Then all her energy would be going towards nothing. I slap an exclamation mark on the end of the poster I'm working on. It's a little plain, so I think adding one is okay. Actually, it might be a little too plain. I make the mark twice as large. I still say you need to slow down. If this stuff isn't going to be relevant for months, maybe you're working a little too hard on it. That's what I think. You're worrying too much. I don't know how to sign the word relevant. I try and only end up flicking a long line of paint where I didn't intend to. There's no way I can fix that. Misha, can you ask her that? Shizune giggles silently, clenching her teeth so that no sound actually comes out. Excuse me? Because there's a lot to worry about. Like what? Like, usually the boxes end up looking very pretty, so people take them. Have to plan for that. We should make them funny looking this time, then. Oh. We should make them funny looking this time, then, so that no one will take them. How about that, Shit-chan? Oh, we can draw some weird faces on them, or we can put a little picture of Shizune on each one saying stealing is wrong. No, it's not funny. It's not the only problem either. There is voter turnout, of course. And then the worst case scenario would be not having any candidates. Although it seems she meant it jokingly from the way she smiles as she signs it, that isn't how it comes out. Even Misha understands that the possibility is very real, and though she tries to salvage the mood by punctuating Shizune's statement with a laugh, it doesn't work. What is wrong with both of you? I was just making a joke. There actually is some interest this year. If there wasn't, why would I be doing all this work? I'm not stupid. When the elections are over, I'll buy everyone dinner. I'm already planning it. Even the new student council? No, they can buy their own celebration dinner. It will only be for the current student council. I'll be happy once I'm through having to do those thankless jobs all the time. A dinner just for us? Yay! It's like a little party, Shit-chan. Though her cheerfulness is obviously forced, I say nothing. For the rest of the period, which fortunately isn't very long, we work in silence. After classes, I find the student council room locked. Fucking kids. Yeah, Shizune's kind of like, this is all about me. I don't care. I don't actually care about the next student council. Oh, it's strange because Shizune was so busy earlier that I would expect her to continue working after school. It would be what she would normally do. Maybe she listened to my suggestion and decided to take a break. I'm hoping it's that simple. Feeling a little uneasy, I take a brief stroll around the school. It's only half conscious. I can't remember when I started moving my feet, but I've already covered enough of the campus that I'm starting to feel tired. Not that that means anything now. Just a short stroll around the school grounds and I'm already winded. Real pathetic. Before I know it, I'm back in front of the student council office. There's someone else too this time. Hi, Hit-chan! It's locked. Seeing a can of lemonade in her hand, I reflexively start looking for a vending machine nearby. I'm so thirsty. I know that, Hit-chan. Shit-chan is somewhere else, I guess. Weird. We aren't stuck together, Hit-chan. Misha takes a long drink from her lemonade, eventually just tipping it over and pouring the rest into her mouth. I feel like I'm being mocked. Do you want one, Hit-chan? No, it's okay. I can't take someone else's drink. It's rude. Besides, you're making fun of me, aren't you? I just saw you inhale all of that. I have another one in my bag. I was prepared, see? See? I'm just like Shit-chan. She's a little too prepared. It's good that some of that is rubbing off on you anyway. After what, 2 years? The way she stares at me as I drink it is a little disconcerting, but I'm too grateful to care much about it. You and Shizune always end up treating me to something. It's starting to embarrass me. Really, Hit-chan? Buy me lunch sometime then, okay? Then we'll be even. Well, it's funny you should say that. I was going to ask if you wanted to eat in town. Yeah. I'm real hungry today, Hit-chan. Thanks. Yesterday. I was going to ask her yesterday. Misha cuts me off before I can finish the sentence, and I can't find an opening to correct her as she dashes enthusiastically around me, laughing, her arms flapping excitedly at her sides. Well, off we go again. I already have my wallet with me, so I start walking towards town with Misha trailing behind me, playing idly with her hands and loudly wondering to herself where we should go eat. At least, I think so. She could be asking me. Okay, so I think this is the first time we're really, like, interacting with Misha alone. Like, we've had, like, some, like, small snippets of conversation, but this feels like the full... Unless we bump into Shizune during it, this feels like our first, like, outing with Misha. Which I'm sure will be enlightening. do you have anywhere specific you want to go? I want to go to the tea house. They have a really big parfait there. Of course, it's in Shanghai. The devs were really like, we designed this background, we designed this setting for you, we're going to use it in every instance we can. I saw you at a parfait there last time. It looked really big. No. This one is really, really big. It's also really expensive. Really, really expensive? A little. Jeez. Well, you and Shizune paid for my food a bunch of times, so it's fine. Hit-chan, I don't think I ever did that. Are you sure it wasn't just Shit-chan? Are you really arguing against a free meal? Don't worry about it. We go to the Shanghai and are seated by a waitress who is surprisingly not Yuko. Oh, there are other people who work here. Misha is very eager to eat that parfait because she shouts her order as soon as she walks through the door. And when it arrives, I can see that it is both very big and very expensive looking. Aren't you going to order anything, Hit-chan? If you're hungry, we can share. Nah, I don't like parfait. I don't like pralin. Pralin? You can pick it out! You can't just pick out pralin. Don't be silly. Even if I could, Misha is mashing her food together to the point where it is no longer possible. It also looks kind of gross. Mashing, don't mash... Yeah, that's something that, yeah. I don't like mashing your food together. I wonder if that many flavors can even blend together well. Can she really taste anything in that goop? She's acting like it's delicious anyway. Parfaits are the best. I have sensitive teeth, so ice cream is a no-no. Cake is too soft though, and if there's too much ice and I get bored. Parfait is interesting. How many cafes have parfaits here? I think 10. I've tried them all. I like this one the best. It has a little flan. You sound like you're some kind of dessert expert. Not just dessert. I want to eat all kinds of delicious things. Sorry, I just kind of got the image. My brain kind of wants to see like fan art of Misha as Kamen Rider Gav. As Donkey once said, everyone loves parfait. No, it was just when Hisao made the comment about like being a like dessert reviewer, like connoisseur. My brain immediately thought of the episodes of Gav with like the VTuber who did like the sweet reviews. Someday, I'll have enough money to buy a 2-kilogram Matsusaka beefsteak. That's like over 100,000 yen. I guess this kind of decadent food is kind of your hobby then, huh? A hobby isn't something that should take months to learn about someone. I've been very rude in retrospect. Also, that is one pricey hobby. I guess so. Decadent? Yeah. Misha giggles, raising her hand to her face. It looks like some ice cream accidentally got on her nose. She doesn't notice it, and I can't stop noticing it. I wish you would wipe it off. I'm about to tell her about it, but she suddenly says, I don't know what that means. Oh, I guess that's a bad word anyway. It has implications. Epicurean is better. It means someone who enjoys eating nice food. That's the adjective though, so epicure is the word for it. What? Hit-chan, you're too wordy. Sorry. I think that's what Shit-chan likes about you. Because I'm wordy? I need to buy some resources then. Not like that, Hit-chan. I decide to order some coffee after all, but it takes a while to get the waitress to notice, and I think actually getting my coffee will take about as long. The tea shop was filling up. No surprise, as we've already been here for almost an hour while she was chipping at that dessert. I order my coffee to go, but Misha orders one as well, so it seems that we're going to be here longer than I thought. I really wish it was that easy. It's hard to talk to her lately. Shit-chan's been busy because of the elections. I know we can't have fun all the time, it's just that there's a lot I want to say to her, I think. I always screw up when the time comes, though, and I don't even have the time now because of the elections. They're not for a while, though. Hit-chan, do you think that Shit-chan is avoiding you? Misha sounds angry. That's to be expected, but I don't feel that way at all. No. Is that so? The dreamy way in which she says it makes me think that Misha's disappointed with my answer. In that case, it could be how she feels. I'm uneasy asking such a question, but I trust Misha would answer it honestly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even dream of it. Do you? No, of course not, Hit-chan. But it's frustrating sometimes. Shit-chan has so much energy and is always trying to make people feel as excited about things as she is. But it's like Shit-chan doesn't know how to handle things when everyone gets really hyped up. Or I think she wants to make sure nothing goes wrong. When I want to help out, Shit-chan always pushes me away. It's frustrating. I'm just overthinking it, probably, right? Misha takes a big gulp from a cup of coffee and sticks her tongue out. Ow! Hot, hot, hot! Well, I thought it would have cooled down by now. Has it really been that long? I checked my watch. It hasn't been very long at all, but looking outside, the sun is already starting to set. Not really. Huh. It got dark out pretty quickly today, so I can understand why you might think that. At my words, Misha looks outside and yawns almost immediately. She looks sleepy. That's funny because... Are you sleepy? You were wide awake like just 2 seconds ago. I feel tired when it gets dark, Hit-chan. Just like that? Are you a bird? I pick up my own coffee and have a sip. It's not very hot at all, but very tasty. I down it as quickly as possible because now I want to get back to my dorm room as well. Misha tries to emulate me, but it's still too hot for her. While I wait for her to finish, I start to wonder what she meant back then about Shizune liking something about me. Suddenly I'm very curious, but dragging that back up now feels like an unnecessary action. Oh. I try to weigh the option again, but I'm interrupted by Misha slamming her empty cardboard cup down on the table with a loud pop. Done! She lets out a short laugh, seeming very pleased with herself. Kind of like a toddler. I wonder if she had that drill-shaped haircut when she was little too, or was it something more like her current look? It would make more sense. I guess we should head back then. I can't see the waitress. Try not to fall asleep while I pay for the sundae, okay? Not a sundae. It's a parfait, Hit-chan. You have ice cream on your nose. That feels just like a shut up, I'm not wrong. Just trying to, like, shift the focus. In class the next afternoon, I'm 2 problems into a math logic worksheet when a folded up piece of paper hits me in the head. I'm sure I know who it's from, but I quickly look around the classroom anyway, just in case. No one in this classroom is good at acting casual. I can tell that everyone saw who threw it at me, and looking at the culprit herself, it was obviously Shizune. She isn't even trying to be coy about it. Well, probably because it was directly trying to get your attention. The countryside is so different. At my old school, I would have no idea who it was right now. Opening up the note that says, Misha's absent. Help me out today after school. I don't understand what's with the note. Why can't you just use sign language? Oh, oops. A large part of how I learned sign language is by copying Misha's style of signing her words as she speaks. So I end up blurting the sentence out loud as I sign it to Shizune. A slight laugh goes around the room. How awkward. I'll help if I don't have to do a lot. That's silly. Obviously, if Misha is absent, you have to help as much as 2 people. I don't know if that really means anything. After all, Misha was complaining yesterday mostly about how Shizune wouldn't let her help her. I don't do much as is either. After pretending to think it over for a bit, I write her a note back telling her I will. I'm actually happy that she asked me because I've been meaning to talk to her for a while. It's a good opportunity, but I feel I should at least make it look like I'm putting up some resistance to the idea. Oh. I go back to my worksheet and immediately get stuck on the 3rd problem. After trying to work around it, I casually toss my own note over to Shizune. It says, "Why is Misha absent? And what's the answer to question 3? She told me that she was sick and her stomach hurt. Misha gets stomach aches a lot, but I wish she'd picked a better time for it this week. I wonder if the parfait had anything to do with it. Use sign language. I'd think she has a stomach ache because of the way she sucked down a parfait larger than her head the other day. If she gets them quite often though, either it's a coincidence or she has a habit of eating things that can put her in debilitating pain. I noticed the teacher staring at us disapprovingly. I don't blame him. We're talking in class, and with sign language, in quite a visible and distracting way. I try clearing my throat to back out of our conversation, but Shizune doesn't get the hint. Well, obviously. Before I try to get the message across again with my hands, however, I can see Shizune notices what's up. She just doesn't care. Do you still want to know the answer to question 3? I will tell you, but you have to give me the answer for question 25. I was just thinking about how a teacher who didn't know sign language could think we were abusing it and using it to cheat, if he were to assume the worst. I can't believe you're actually doing that. And I'm not up to 25. You wanted to know what the answer to 3 was. You asked first, hypocrite. You're the student council president. You can't cheat. I don't have time for this, and I think I'm trying to teach her patience to the breaking point. I'd like to continue taking pot shots at her while working on the math problems in front of me, but it would require at least 2 extra hands. Shizune is a bit more creative and gets around this limitation by using long, semi-broken strings of simpler words. I take a couple of mental notes in between being dizzied by a couple of particularly long equations. Right before the bell rings, she caps her pen and triumphantly slams it on her desk with an ear-popping crack that makes the whole room jump. Quickly forgotten because everyone would rather go to lunch than question its origin. After a couple of brief stretches, she gets up and hovers around my left shoulder. Are you still not done? I was going to ask if you wanted me to hand you in yours too while I was up. Someone distracted me. I had to beg the teacher to give me 9 minutes between now and the end of passing to finish it. It's not easy to solve this one-handed while having a conversation, by the way. He wasn't happy with the request, wanting to get out of here as much as I do. Since I'm only one problem away from finishing, it looks like Shizune doesn't really believe me. The second that I'm done handing it in, I find myself being dragged to the student council room. It's eerily and annoyingly clean. I can't find what I was working on yesterday. Ah, yes. When you tidy too well and you've tidied your tidied things so much that you don't know where anything is. So that is something that happens a lot to me. Where is everything? I did some cleaning. That doesn't tell me anything. See, it's like you forgot where you even put the stuff you put away. Oh well, if I can't find it, I guess I'll just go home. It's in the drawer right there. Shizune sulks as I pull out the posters I was walking on. and then shuffle them around a little, since she stacked them by colour. It's not that I'm taunting her, I just have my own system. Although I doubt she would believe me if I were to tell her. I like it when things are a little messy. It's more natural, and a time saver. It's all right where I left it, and I don't have to go looking through shelves just to find what I was working on yesterday. Lazy. That's not true. I'm not lazy, you just always go too far. I quickly glance at her desk. A memo pad neatly placed at one corner, behind it a small desk calendar with each box filled with notes in a neat but microscopic handwriting. On the right, 3 boxes of pens, in blue, black and red. Look, you even put the pens back in their original box at the end of each day, all colour-coded and everything. I don't think that can even be called being a neat freak. What do you do with them? Throw them in a mug on your desk. Hey, I think that's being organised enough. You're so disorganised you can't even comb your hair down properly. That hurts. It's not like I don't try, it just won't stay flat. I pick up a box of pens and quickly pop it open to see if she also puts them in, so... Oh. I quickly pop it open to see if she also puts them in so that they're all facing the same direction. She understands what I'm thinking and doesn't look very amused. It turns out that the box wasn't closed properly on the bottom, and as soon as I pick it up, they immediately pour out of it like a waterfall. My fault. I'll get them. Don't worry. I bend down to pick up the pens, forgetting that with her attention focused on them, she couldn't have possibly seen me signing to her. Shizune's head bumps into my chest. Not very hard, but it unbalances me enough to make me fall over. Oh, a hit to the chest, eh? I laugh it off and expect her to do the same. When she stiffens and backs away from me instead, a feeling of dread begins to creep over me. That is a... Oh! As student council president, she has access to people's records, doesn't she? He's not really spoken much about his condition, but she probably would know, wouldn't she? That is a weird reaction. I start to think about why she would have such a strange reaction. It's pretty obvious. She just bumped headfirst into someone with a heart condition. Shizune would know I have one, having seen the rows of pills lining the edge of my dresser. Or, at the very least, she would know I have something severe enough to require that much medication, but not visible at a glance. So, she's treating me like I'm made of glass. For her, it's the natural way to react. I haven't forgotten how she freaked out back when Emmy knocked into me. Why would it be any different for her? I don't know if that's like treating you like you're made of glass. She's otherwise been very fine enough, dragging you around things, doing long walks and such. I feel like that, if you probably bumping into each other, particularly someone's skull hitting your chest. That's... Impacts like that in other routes have caused you problems, Hisao. I think her worry in this particular circumstance is valid. I'm sure she is remembering that right now. I can see it on her face. She looks angry at herself. It would be a good opportunity to bring up that time. Even though I don't want to drag that back up, it would be a good idea to. It would clear the air. Still, I'm afraid and end up saying nothing. Partly because, as I imagine having to draw her attention from the floor and then having to sign what kind of a cripple I am to her one gesture at a time, the idea begins to seem more and more depressing. Taking a seat, I decide to just try and finish up these posters to get my mind off of it. There are some that I don't remember making. From the wall-to-wall text and alternate handwriting, I can tell Shizune must have done these. That means that the remainder must have been done by Misha. They are a lot more visual, with cute little stylized pictures of us on them. I don't know how I feel about being used as a mascot character, but I'm not really thrilled by it. Some time passes, long enough for the sun to start setting. I hear Shizune putting down her pen and cracking her knuckles methodically, one at a time. It's so loud in the silence of the room that I look up, wondering if she is trying to get my attention. I don't think so, because it's quite probable she doesn't know that that makes noise. Although it wasn't what she intended, when she notices me looking at her, Shizune begins to sign without skipping a beat. Let's take a break. I'm surprised you would say that. It's okay. I'm almost done anyway. And I'm hungry. Aren't you? A little. I'm really hungry. We could order something. I was thinking of you. I already have something to eat. Where? She produces a cinnamon bun from under her desk, raising it to head level slowly, like a magician levitating a rock. Oh, the cinnamon bun. But there's only one. Not enough for both of us. Ah, how dramatic. I can tell what this means. A feeling of deja vu briefly washes over me. We could just split it. That's no fun. So boring. Let's play shogi for it. She already has the board out. That desk must have everything in it. Not chess? Chess has boring promotions. This is better. I don't know about that. Well, I'm actually pretty decent at shogi, so this is fine. Is that so? Okay, we can make it a little more interesting then. Each move has to be completed in 30 seconds. You can add a rule too. No thanks. Anything I could add would only hurt me more than it would help. A 30-second time limit is already too tight for me. You're making me regret thinking it was alright to brag a little. After Shizune wins the right to go first in a quick coin toss, she immediately starts playing with the aim of promoting all her pieces as soon as possible. It seems like a very basic play style, and I can't help thinking it might be a trap of some sort. It's not though. The draw of this game to Shizune appears to be the fact that she can upgrade her pieces and steal mine. She's very good at it, but it makes her predictable. I end up doing a little better than I'd expected to. The 30-second time limit is pretty painful though. The game ends in a draw. At this point, I think you're supposed to either go for a rematch or tally the pieces for points. Shizune doesn't want to go again in the interest of time, but winning on points clearly doesn't satisfy her. Oh, she wants her absolute, like, her total victory. She sits there, shifting a silver general from one edge to the other as she contemplates which of those two options she'll go for. It takes so long that I think she's forgotten about the bet. Eventually, she stops fiddling with the shogi piece and puts it down. Is Misha angry at me? That really came out of nowhere. Shizune's frankness is disorienting because, with her, any kind of candor is a sign of total seriousness. There's no playful smile on her face. Instead, it's her usual stoic mask of concentration, ready to try and see if I'm about to tell her the truth. I'm upset that she thinks I would tell her anything else, but I also know now that they have probably fought recently, out of my sight, and it makes me warm to know that they both care about each other so much. No, I strongly doubt it. Did you know that she thinks you're angry at her? Shizune nods slowly and uncomfortably. Yes. She was more roundabout with the question than you. Kind of surprising, because I thought you were the one who liked playing games. Not all the time. Are you two having some kind of fight? No. She's very quick to deny it, and not happy with the thought. I feel like I've stepped on a landmine. Sorry. Actually, yes. Just a tiny one. I know that she has no interest in the student council. She only joined because of me. I'm still grateful. I'm so happy she's my friend. But I don't understand what she's upset about this time. Why don't you just ask her? She won't tell me. I'll figure it out by myself instead. I was sure that I was very perceptive, even if I can't hear. That was dumb. I know better now. It is probably something that is my fault. Shizune doesn't elaborate further on what it could have been. I'm sure that it is because she does not fully understand the situation herself. It's odd to think that Shizune, usually so sure of everything, could be scared by a little argument with a friend. But the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. They're a lot closer to each other than normal friends, and Shizune is pretty isolated from other people in a way. The fact that she is deaf is no small part of it. But I get the feeling that she uses Misha as a buffer between other people of her own will, not just because it's been forced onto her. She can communicate well enough with her little pad, she just hates it. After such a long time of talking through another person, I guess you start to lose touch. It seems unavoidable. It isn't such a far-out idea to think that she isn't that great with people. Yeah, not just any friend. I return to working, kind of wanting to eat that cinnamon bun more as time drags on, but when I count the shogi pieces still left out on Shizune's table, I can tell at a glance she would win. I'm also too hungry to concentrate if we were to have a rematch, so motivated by my desire to wrap up and eat something, I put the finishing touches on the last of the posters. Done. I think this many is enough. Too many can be a bad thing. Okay. That's it? Just okay? I'll probably do some myself after I'm done picking what voting format to go with. Too many posters is bad too. Haven't you ever heard of oversaturation? I really think you're trying too hard. Tending her fingers, Shizune looks like she could almost admit it. Maybe. It's what Misha thinks too. I watch as her fingers continue uneasily twining around and pulling at each other in a miniature tug-of-war. I don't mind, but I asked around in a couple of classes today and interest is low. It's like you said, so... Does that make it wrong? No, but it does make it kind of pointless. It's not. Yeah, but to who? I doubt even Shizune truly believes that. I'm not doing all this work just for my own ego. That isn't what I mean. First chance to be alone with her in days, and I have already really cocked it up. Still, she doesn't actually look angry. Also, hello again, Stero. Oh yeah, back to YouTube again. Yeah, Twitch is weird like that, and like not letting you like use lower qualities at times. It's more like she's frustrated that she can't express herself clearly enough. Since she's an expert in sign language, I wouldn't think that would be the case. I wonder what advantage being able to speak would offer her, and if she has ever thought about it. It's another project of mine, just like the festivals. I'm going to do it because it's my job. It's just that a student council election isn't as fun as a festival, so no one cares. She briefly touches her fingertips together as if to say, but maybe. There is some truth to it, but Shizune doesn't want to say anything that could be boiled down into something so glib. But I don't care. I want to get people riled up, but it isn't about me. I don't want to be involved at all. What do you mean? You go to like every single festival. Shizune waves her hand in mocking indignation. Well, I have to have fun too, but you know, it's not the same thing. Her spirits seem to have improved, if she can manage to crack a joke. I don't want anyone to make a point of me being involved. It's a hassle. I don't want that responsibility. Things are becoming too complicated now as is. The more I try to hype up the elections, the more involved I have to be. No one wants to play their hand yet, and it doesn't feel like my time is over, even though it should. Crossing her arms and leaning back, she grinds her teeth together in frustration. They're all so lazy. It's impossible to get them to do anything. Anywhere else, the elections would be an exciting event. It's illogical. Why does everyone have to be so different? If only there was some way to punish them. Okay, is Shizune... I'm trying to understand what she's getting at. Is she upset that, like, she's realized that this is my final year, I'm not going to be here next year. There's no one willing to, like, take up the reins afterwards. Like, chaining the school to their desks. Voting is mandatory. If you don't vote, you get whipped. Whipping's a bit harsh, isn't it? Terrifying. I wonder how hypocritical it would be if I were to stay in bed on election day. With the flu, and a cold, and strep throat, and a sprained ankle. You should put yourself on one of these. Not as punishment, don't misunderstand. I hold up one of Misha's posters. Like this. It's kind of a neat idea. Misha was onto something. It's a lot cuter than just text. I'd think you would like it. Having cute mascots would drum up some excitement. He's always disappointed no one else showing up initiative. Yeah. Shizune does seem to have like that kind of, like, she wants other people to do better. She's just like not in the most considerate way. Like, it's a positive trait manifesting in a not exactly positive way. Maybe if it's just Misha. Why not me? Someone told me that this school has slightly more girls than boys, so you have to cater to that demographic too. Oh. Shizune giggles, audibly this time. I'm surprised. And when she sees my face, so is she. Her face flushes pink, embarrassed to have let out a sound, which is really confusing to say the least. Why don't you put yourself on it? She just waves my question away. It's troublesome. What do you mean troublesome? Everyone knows that you're in the student council. My stomach growls, making me realize that I'm hungrier than I'd thought. Shizune uses the moment to deflect my question by changing the subject. Is something wrong? No, my stomach growled. I see. She looks at the forgotten pastry on her desk and frowns, finding it inadequate for two people. Let's go to the Shanghai. Of course it's the Shanghai. It's always the Shanghai. If you're that hungry, it might... Oh. Let's go to the Shanghai if you're that hungry. It might be a little busy this late, but Yuko's working there today. You'll definitely get a table. There is something worryingly underhanded in that smile. I'll pass. I've already been there twice this week, back to back. Shizune pouts, leaning back against her desk and scrunching up her posture in protest. What? I'm disappointed you said no. Well, I can't agree with you on everything. You don't give your opinion often enough anyway. It would be easiest for me if it was like that, but not very interesting, right? There are some decisions you should disagree with me on, then. You have a duty to. How am I supposed to know which is which? It's easy. No, it's not. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell whether you're joking or serious. Although, since she communicates entirely in sign language, that would seem pretty obvious. I wouldn't say that that's all there is to it, though. I remember when I had my heart attack, Iwanako wouldn't stop talking, at first. Eventually I wished that she would just shut up. Or I would have, if I hadn't been happy to have any kind of company at all. Gradually I stopped being so grateful. When we talked, I felt like it was nothing more than ritualized exchanges of politeness. Iwanako tried extremely hard to obfuscate how she felt, which was that I was hopeless. in the end, her outer behavior matched her inner feelings. For that reason, I was able to accept it when one day she stopped showing up. I was no longer surprised by the time it happened. Even though she considered herself a master at hiding her feelings, I was not surprised. I've heard that games like shogi and chess can tell you a lot about a person. I wish I knew what Shizune thought they said about me. It could be that I'm a little more like Iwanako than I'd like to think. If I can only tie with Shizune by retreating. I suggest that we should order out. Okay, and that just ended. Okay, I've wondered if the conversation was going to like go somewhere, but I guess not yet. No. No, I think that'll be me for tonight. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Close enough. I did save. Dewey decimated. So yeah, a bit of a different stream today just because of trying out the Oculus. But yeah, I got some Katawa Shoujo done. It's most likely going to be the last one next time we stream this. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering that. It's kind of hard to tell because I don't know how much is left in Act 3. But if you're saying that, I'm going to guess that, like Emmy's Route, Act 4 is very short. Because I think I remember Emmy's Route. Like I got to Act 4 and like Act 4 only had like 3 scenes. I can actually check, can't I? Emmy. Yeah, Act 4 only had 3 scenes. Go for a graveside visit, sex, drugs, but no rock and roll. So, what are we looking like in Shizune's route? Okay, so... I only got... Okay, only 4 scenes. I only got 4 scenes this time around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 scenes left. Ooh, that's a... It depends on like when the choice is between the good and the bad ending, I think. And like how many scenes the bad ending has. Oh. Oh, but yeah. For tonight, I think I am going to go and grab some sleep because I am tired. But I will be back on Thursday to continue this. Which might still be the last one. I might have, ruined that chance by getting distracted with my new fancy VR stuff today. But I'll see, and if not, I'll finish it next week. But yeah, other than Thursday's stream, I've only got the... Yeah, I'll be on with Muni in Final Fantasy XIV as we head to Amarang on Friday and Saturday. And yeah, as usual, my timetable and all is on my Discord. Links in both my Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, with that said, thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time I see you, have a good day, have a good evening, and goodbye.